invited to sit with your back straight. Relax your shoulders. And we breathe the same air. We breathe the same Dharma. And we breathe along with the sound of the bell. Mời đại chúng mình để cái phone. Con sẽ nói tiếng Anh. So, dear respected Thầy, dear sisters, and dear Sangha, today is 26th of December 2022, and we are still in the retreat. It's a Christmas retreat, and this is our last section in this retreat. And to be honest, then somehow when I be with the children, it's really in a deep down in me, a deep wish that they can taste the Dharma. So they can live in a good life later, because they know the way. There's a lot of children right now, they get lost, and young people when they come to retreat, they say that I don't know and I don't understand the meaning of life anymore. Which direction should I go? Many of them. And I feel so, somehow I really touched by very honest questions. And also I really admire the parents who have to be with them. It's a hard job. You know, you give birth to them, but be with them, take care of them, show them the way to be a good person, you know, a little caring person, loving person. It's not easy. We have to learn a lot, and we have to change, transform ourselves a lot, so they can learn from us. So if we cannot change, we cannot expect them to change. That's is a natural, is a mutual way. So I really ask you as parents, and I thought that we're very fortunate people. We encounter the Dharma, we practice the Dharma, and make it yours. So in order to transform ourselves, so we can help our young generation. And it's really tight, it's a mission for everyone. It's not only us, everyone. We wish the world can be like that. We can make, if the world, if everyone over the world, if they can think like that, they can make this this planet to be a better place to live. I just prepared my talk. I've been completed last night. In the beginning of my talk, I like to practice with you a meditation. So everybody have a time to calm down and be still, and our hearts full of love and care for others and ourselves. But we did it with children, and I just realized that when we're doing that, they're real quiet. You should not underestimate the children. They know, but they don't show. And if the thing is, the role, what I share with you, that because they will observe their parents. If they do according to what they have learned from the retreat. If you don't do according to what they have learned, they lose faith. You get me? It's a challenge. They always look up to see their parents, how they do, how they practice. And then they don't say, and they will do opposite way, but they test you. So it's this is how the practice is so important in our daily life. Okay. So the title for my sharing today, because the theme is going home, so the title will be Home is made of non-home elements. There's not such a home as a separate entity. And whenever we see this home is not only this physical body. So home is made of so many elements that we call as non-home elements. But before, So before we do anything or study anything, we need to repair. So first of all, I would like to share with you we call mental preparation. I call it the 5 no. This is how let us to know that when we encounter the Dharma, we need to know this. Okay. And this is how I found it, and I love it so much. So first of all, when you practice, there's no criticism. It means that when we learn a new thing, you need to have to be the open-minded person. So you need to be open-minded, be gentle. Force yourself to sit 30 minutes when your body is cannot handle it. And we learn something new, we don't judge or criticize. So the Dharma, from the teaching from the Buddha, he said that you have to come and learn to see yourself. You cannot criticize that this is not good. You never know, because our level of understanding is different. So you have to be awake and aware. So to be mindful instead. To be really in the present moment. And be compassionate. And not that. Number two is no worries. It means that you just use the practice of the mere recognition. Worry is here that sometimes you prefer to feel good and you don't like bad feelings. And the practice teaches us that you just recognize it. Don't reject or grasp any feelings that arise in us. So you just use the practice of mere recognition. This is a hard work, because as human being, we love or we really want happiness and avoid suffering. So the practice said that no worries. You just need to practice this and we'll be okay. And the number 3, no shortcut. Yesterday, I heard, from the questions, I want to extinguish my anger right away. There's no shortcut. You want something
For example, we love to eat instant noodles a lot. And we want our practice to be instant noodles too. Anyone here like that? You want to transform overnight. And you have to know that the practice, there's no such a thing. When you practice the Dharma, there's not overnight. It's not an overnight matter. You have to do slowly, slowly. You know, I'm still feel very ashamed when I cannot just recognize and embrace my emotion. But it's okay. So there's no shortcut. It means that you have to try every day, little by little, to learn about ourselves, to learn about our feelings and perceptions and change our habit. It takes a lifetime. So if you fail, it's okay. Remember, no shortcut. Okay, you have to go there. No, if you want to change yourself overnight, you go to eat instant noodles. Now number 3 and number 4 is you know why is this? Because the path or the practice full of obstacles and challenges. Whenever you make an aspiration, next day you got challenge. It's no sort of thing, the blue sky or pink things, sweet things all the time. Because when you embrace your pain, your painful feeling, that is no sweetheart at all. It's very painful. But you have to challenge yourself that it's okay. You don't expect too much. I just started. Have bad feelings, okay. That's normal. This is how I found. And this is just, sometimes I feel my feeling is so real. And I acted according to it. And everything went wrong. And the last one, no failure. Because nothing is lost. It means that today you cannot sit in half an hour. You can sit 20 minutes. But the next day you can sit 21 minutes. But it just they need the training. This one say that you need to train ourselves. It's not only mentally, but physical too. How to walk mindfully. So you have to use this body, right? So it means that you have to train ourselves how to walk slowly. And how to do the cross leg when you do sitting. You use this body. This is home. So that's why when you practice, you need to know at least that, I have painful feelings or sadness, suffering. That's okay. You just use a mere recognition. And this is how we repair our mind. Chuẩn bị tâm lý đó. And if you fail to hold your anger, it's okay too. But nothing is lost. Because when you lose one, you recognize it, and next time you'll be more aware of it. So that's why when we study and practice the Dharma, the teaching, because we have to go uphill, it's not always easy then you go downhill. So when you wake up in the morning, early is opposite to your habit because you want to stay late and sleep late. It needs a lot of courage to get out of bed. Right? Nothing's lost. That is going uphill. But if you stay and sleep, you create your own trace, on path. So I hope that no shortcut. Okay, if you want to go to change yourself right away, no such a thing. Okay. All right. When I go to the university and share the Dharma, I have to use a PowerPoint. I don't like it. Because it's so professional. But in university, you need to become professional. So, I don't know. And Lao Tzu said that master order is strength. And mastering yourself is a true power. So when you practice and you can master yourself, it's a true power. Okay? So I hope that a little notes like that, a little hints like that, it can, encourage you to continue the practice. Okay. But the problem is, do you trust and believe yourself or not? Anyone here? You think you can believe yourself or trust yourself? Raise your hand.
Not always.
It's okay, sometimes we see our limitation. But you can extend your limitation by being gentle to yourself. And try, a little by little. It will be okay. You have to look at your age, look at your physical state, your physical health and your condition. So the thing is, you don't expect yourself too much. Okay, I know that everyone expects yourself a lot. Don't do that. It doesn't help. You have to remember that the practice has to be simple, and you have to have capacity to feel it. You feel what you do, you feel what you say, you feel what you think. And it doesn't matter how much you achieve in meditation, but I can just look at your face and I can see that where you're up to. Okay? So remember that you have to smile. In the morning, you have to smile to yourself. Sometimes you look at your face, your mouth is just like an upside down boat. Should not do that. And when it's an upside down boat, you use 2 fingers to put it up. because that's a very good way to heal depression. You let your energy too low. And when I look at your eyes, I can see your energy. I can feel your energy. So you have to train yourself. You can feel, look at your eyes in the mirror. You can see that, am I happy? You know. So you just, by observing your face, your eyes, you know, other can feel yourself. You know. All right, so second one is, what are non-home elements? Because we see that home in here is our small. First, we start with ourselves. And then family. We have blood family and spiritual family. Because we're very lucky to have spiritual family. And then, and this family, if you want to take care of this family, you have to take care of this. And you have to know what is that. So first of all, we have physical and mental. And in Buddhist teaching, physical body is made by form. This is our body. And mental, we have feelings, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. So just let us share before the form. It means that how do you look at yourself in the morning? But before that step, what will you do in the morning? You put the alarm clock, and then when it rings, you turn around, turn off, and sleep. Continue to sleep. Or it's okay, you know, we have in our body have a clock too. So the sisters, you know, like Sister Chung Yim, she always wake up at 3:30, and sometimes she didn't put the alarm clock. It's just the body just wake up at the right time. I wake up at 4. Sometimes I'm so tired, I sleep more. Another 30 minutes.
It's okay.
It's okay. See, I could take the advice right away. So it means that, you know, like we can take care of our physical body from the first minute of the day. You don't have to sit up, get out of the bed right away and do our daily routine. But when we wake up, especially for old people. If you get up right away, you can have a stroke. You know, it's better to just just feel that you're awake. That's the first step in the day. Sometimes you have nightmare, you have dream, you have whatever at night. But when you wake up, stay still. You stay still, just feel your whole body. Because you want to know what level of your energy in the first minute of the day. You feel energetic, or you feel so headache, or so exhausted from your anger from last night or yesterday. It's Tuesday, you know. You have to know that the energy of our anger will stay with us for a very, very long time. If you don't kill the cause, it will stay and accumulate it more and more. So it means that in the morning, first thing you need to do is body scan. Feel the energy. Smile. So these three things will decide for you how to do or to deal with things during the whole day. If you have low energy and a little bit anger, you know, you better be quiet. Yeah. and try not to get in touch with so many people because you don't have enough calmness. But you still smile to people, you know, don't get away, okay, go away.
Scared them.
Yeah, we scare them. So these three things that it can help us to repair our day. Even though that you still have work to do, but at least please allow yourself have 5 minutes to take care of yourself in the first thing in the morning. I'm bargaining. But it's a way to really feel, you know, take care of our physical body in the first thing. And then you enjoy brushing your teeth, take drink water. Oh, I have a habit, I wish I'd share with you that every morning before I take my cup of coffee, I drink It helps a lot with the digestion. It's really good for us. Before you take tea or coffee, I drink coffee. 1 cup in the morning. You know, sometimes I try to, let it go, but oh, what the heck. 1 cup. You know. So it means that, you, when you practice, you can feel joy in it. You can see your limitation, you can see the challenge that you have to deal with every day. Especially for those who have children, young children. So you need to take care of yourself very much. And if you have more time, you can practice meditation, fill up your heart with love and care. May I be safe and happy today. it's really nice that we can make a wish for ourselves. And may my children be safe and have a lot of joy today. My husband, my parents. So there's a lot of things you can do in the first minutes of the day. But it's so important. And then in a day that you had to do physical exercise. Anyone here do physical exercise? You need to do it. Do gentle or whatever it suits you. You have to do physical exercise. Like Sister Trọng Nghiêu said yesterday, she does it more than an hour every day. You know, my father did the exercise. You know, just moving like this or like this. He did it every morning at the same time, at the same amount of time exercise for more than 30 years. That's why he's still healthy at the age of 100. No, he still remember everything. So, and somebody say, oh, look at me, say, you will be like that. I said, no. I don't want to live that long. But, you know, you never know. I have his genes. But, you know, like, so you want, just like our kid asked yesterday, can we live more than 100 years old? So it depends on how to take care of your physical body and mental state and mental health for now. Exercise. At least 30 minutes a day. Okay. And for mental, we have feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. We always have feelings. How are you feeling today? Anybody? Good? Raise your hand. Yeah.
Sad because we have to leave.
Grasping, no good. The practice has to be continued every moment. Here, it's just that we add extra conditions so we can strengthen our practice. You know, you cannot stick to these conditions so much, and we call it suffering. See, it's called suffering. Yesterday you feel happy, but when you just think of living, you feel sad. So that's why we have to be balanced with what we think also. So the feelings give rise from our physical body. And from our perception. When you're healthy, it's okay. But when you got sick, you feel very miserable. Especially if your loved ones didn't care. Or your child, it makes you too much. So unbearable. It can become, it can be happiness or suffering. Perception, when you just, we get caught a lot in our perception. we assume things. We assume our children has to be this way, have to be with more friends. But he's a quiet person. You cannot force him to, associate with so many people. And our perception when that person didn't, when we sick and just try to ignore you feel say, oh, he doesn't love me. That's perception. Or say, if someone that didn't, you assume that you have feelings that person doesn't love me. That's cause suffering, unpleasant feelings. And when you have, even the happiness, we come together in the retreat, we enjoy because, the kids we don't have to care about cooking, we don't care about our kids, we just enjoy our togetherness. That's great happiness. But if you if you think that is the happiness has always there, you assume that always be there for us, is give rise to suffering. So please, that's why you need to take care of your physical body. And usually the Thai said that 99.9% of our perception is wrong.
Oh my.
But the thing is, we always believe it. That is the challenge. Nobody challenges us. We challenge ourselves. Do you really believe that you can practice according to the teaching? No. I believe that will be true. You get caught in perception. Maybe that person doesn't love you anything, but you feel, oh, I think that he loves me. So that's why feelings can come from physical body and perception. And most of the time, our habit energy to get caught in negative feelings and negative perceptions. If you believe that people love you and you're happy, even they don't, it's good. At least you feel good. But it's just a denial, right? It's just like deception. But sometimes, as long as that you feel good, sometimes it's good also. But the thing is, we always go to the direction that you have doubt about people's feelings for you. That's the thing. That's the challenge. Sometimes in the practice, the way we define a problem, it depends on our language. I suffer a lot because of him. Instead of saying that, you say, he challenged me. See, you can see challenge, and when you say, I suffer because of him, it means you jump into a conclusion. But if you say, I have challenge right now, it means that you give yourself a chance to discover what's going on here. So that is how we feel it. Oh, I think I need to move on, otherwise I don't have enough time. So can I erase this?
Can you wait for 1 minute?
Okay. Because the next one is also a non-home element. It is so important that Thầy taught us.
Thank you.
Another non-home elements that Thầy taught is in the 3 touching the earth. It means that we are here in the vertical direction. We have our parents, we have our grandparents and ancestors. And then we have children and all the grandchildren, these are descendants. Without these people, we not exist. And without them, we not exist also. I don't have families, but I have sisters and brothers. And Thầy doesn't have children, but he has us. So he has descendants to continue the path. And you have your children to continue your path. So they have your DNA, they have your habit, they have your everything. If you have fight with your son, they say, I don't like that behavior. But if you look back, that is my behavior. You know. Because of you. You know, because of us, so they can They do like that. So we are not separate self. We have our ancestors, blood ancestors and spiritual ancestors. And we have descendants. So we cannot say that Father doesn't love me. No. He's in you. When Thầy taught me that your mom, your mother is your papa, I never believed it. I thought that I was in deep grief because she just passed away, so I cannot feel it. But you know, when you really practice and touch, you can see that everything in you belongs to her. Her suffering, her happiness, her good qualities, her bad qualities. So it depends on you how to transmit whatever you have, good things or bad things, to your descendants. That they are non-home elements. And your happiness depends on them also. You're happy when they can achieve a great at school. You know, or they suffer because they have so much fear before the exam, and you worry too. So there's nothing we call we or I here. And then in the horizontal, we live with people. We live with our parents, we live with our wife and husband and children, and all the colleagues and people around us. We're not just only one person on this planet, you know. So we have all beings. We have flies and mosquitoes. We have, yesterday we talked about ants. So it means that we're not alone. We are made by a lot of beings around us. And I encourage you to practice 3 touching the earth that they taught us in the book. It's available in the bookshop, right? So if you do that, it means that you can see your children, even they don't do the way that you expected from them, but when you practice it, you can feel them, you can understand them, you can understand them better. It doesn't matter that they're good or bad, but you accept them as they are. So you, that way, that practice will help you to cultivate your love, to cultivate your forgiveness capacity. So I encourage you to do that. Okay, and to make these non-home elements happy, you need to practice happiness. And the happiness you cannot find outside. And the happiness is from here. So I have a song that it shows us to, it's not from Plum Village, but it's really very, very much like Taito teaching. So it is in Vietnamese, but I can show you on the board the translation. Happiness from within. What is happiness? It is a present moment and in the here. Happiness is sitting quietly, watching the white clouds fly. Is bathing in the river, is watching the sunset. Is freedom, like the kites in the wind. So do you think that you can just sit quietly watching the white clouds fly is happiness? When your heart, your mind is still. Because you let yourself to feel whatever happening around you. And what is happiness? It's not far away. It's right here. It's very near. Happiness is a bright smile on the lips. Peaceful footsteps, peaceful breath. Be in silence and listen to my heart speak. Have you ever been still and sit there and listen to your heart speaking? That is happiness. It doesn't matter what kind of thing it speaks, but if you can be still and peaceful, you can feel the happiness just by there. So the non-home element needs a lot of this to be nourished. And no matter how many difficulties, no matter how many hardships, like keep singing, even though the flow of life is complicated. No matter how many chances, no matter how much bitterness, just live as flowers to realize the happiness within us. it shows that we need to have courage. Have to be there. And happiness is the immense love of life. Is to love people. Mistakes are forgiven. Kindness that we can give each other. Hugs we give. A small thing in the midst of hustle and bustle of life. Happiness is a choice. So don't choose pain. Okay? Choose to reach for the sky and don't choose to go to the pit of fire. Choose to sparkle like a star. Choose to shimmer in the sky. Choose to radiate in suns, fly in all directions. And the last part is really nice. I just sharing the first part of our talk. Is every morning wake up. We have one more day to love. Do you think so? Not to live, to love, right? You say, oh, I'm still alive when you wake up. It's not like that, okay? You have to give rise of the happy feelings that, oh, I have one more day to live, to love at least the people around me. And let the green sprouts of hope be sown in all four directions. Get rid of all jealousy, get rid of all desires. The way to cultivate the mind. Keep going and we'll get there. And the happiness, to realize that the happiness is from within. Okay. So I found this song is really nice. So I would like to sing to you. And we have Chu Dũng from 2 days ago. He played guitar. So he will play guitar for me. So all the sentence I sing, it will be exactly the meaning on the board. Yeah. Chú cho con uống miếng nước được không?
Hạnh phúc là gì? Là nơi đây. Hạnh phúc là môi, làm nhìn mây trắng bay, là được tắm trên dòng sông, là được ngắm ánh hoàng hôn, là tự do như cánh buồm căng gió. Hạnh phúc là gì? Thật gần chẳng xa xôi. Hạnh phúc là nụ cười rạng người trên khóe môi, là những bữa trưa an nhiên, là những hơi thở bình yên, là lòng yêu nghe tim mình lên tiếng. Dù bao nhiêu khó khăn, dù bao nhiêu những nhọc nhằn, anh cứ cất tiếng ca mặn cho dòng đời phôi pha. Dù bao nhiêu đuối thay, dù bao nhiêu những đắng cay, hãy cứ sống như những đóa hoa để nhìn ra hạnh phúc ở trong ta. Hạnh phúc là gì? Là tình tồn bao la, là yêu thương con người, lỗi lầm đứng thứ tha. Lời thứ tế ta tặng nhau, những cái ơn ta dành trao, điều nhỏ nhoi giữa dòng đời huyên náo. gì nên đừng chọn thương đau, chọn vươn lên bầu trời, đừng tràn vào hố sâu. Chọn lấp lánh như vì sao, chọn lung linh giữa trời cao, chọn tà hương bay đi về muôn hướng. Sự bao nhiêu khó khăn, sự bao nhiêu những nhung nhớ, hãy cứ cất tiếng ca mặc cho dòng đời phơi pha. Sự bao nhiêu đuối thay, dù bao nhiêu những đắng cay, hãy cứ sống như những đóa hoa để nhìn ra hạnh phúc nơi chúng ta. Mỗi sống từng giây thêm một ngày yêu thương để mong xanh hy vọng được gieo khắp bốn phương. Gặp bỏ hết những hận ghen, gặp bỏ hết những bon chen, đừng tu tâm cứ đi rồi sẽ đến để nhìn ra hạnh phúc ở trong ta.
Em thấy bài hát
Hay không?
Bài tức là bài gì ạ cô?
Hạnh phúc ở trong ta. Every gathering, there will be a departure. So maybe it's a time for us to celebrate for the time being. And thank you so much to come here and practice to celebrate Christmas.